At this point, guys, you should no longer have any doubts about ReZero Season 2. Even the dialogue-heavy setup episodes like this one are more captivating than anything else that's currently airing. No disrespect to Snafu, but ReZero really does belong in a tier of its own. Last episode, Satella, our beloved yandere, made a surprise guest appearance and started killing everyone in the sanctuary. I didn't want to spoil it last week, but it seems that a lot of anime-onlys in the comment section actually understood what was happening even though it wasn't directly explained, which is very nice to see. The most popular theory was that Satella got angry at Subaru for talking about Return by Death, but she couldn't reach him inside the tea party, so to punish him, she possessed Emilia instead. Satella is the Witch of Envy, also known as the Jealous Witch, and judging by her reaction when Subaru shows interest in the other witches, it's pretty clear that Satella is in fact jealous. And it seems like last episode, Dona knew this would happen, so she imbued Petra's handkerchief with her power so that Subaru could use it as a weapon. Subaru realizes this and then kills himself with the handkerchief, resulting in a pained reaction from Satella. So why did Subaru kill himself if Satella was gonna kill him anyway? Well, Satella was actually keeping Subaru alive to tell him that she loves him. When he was engulfed by her shadows, his consciousness actually started combining with that of all of her other victims. It was a very unpleasant experience. That's why Satella was so shocked when Subaru killed himself. She gets upset when Subaru talks about his power, she gets jealous when he talks about other women, and she gets heartbroken when she sees him in pain. Now, if that's not a yandere, then I don't know what is. This opening scene was a perfect example of how to properly use your budget. The animation was phenomenal and it was directed very nicely with some really amazing shots. Once again, ReZero Season 2 continues to impress me episode after episode. There was another big reveal at the beginning that I want to talk about, and the opening might have already spoiled this for you, but there are a lot more lolis this season than we previously thought. And it's got me wondering, does ReZero need more lolis? And if so, how many lolis does ReZero need?
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions.
And let's be honest, what's the point of a loli if it's wearing clothes, right? Subaru finds a naked loli called Ryuzu Meyer trapped inside a crystal. He learns that 400 years ago, the original purpose of the sanctuary was to serve as an experimental facility operated by the Witch of Greed. All the Ryuzus we've seen thus far have been clones of the original. The witch created an army of these clones to use in her experiments and was able to transfer memories into the empty clone bodies. The Witch of Greed was researching immortality. But she wasn't able to fit her own memories inside the clones because their souls weren't large enough to hold everything. It's like if you poured gallons and gallons of tea into a little teacup. Obviously, this would result in the tea spilling all over the place and you'd have a lot of cleaning to do. This bit of information was cut from the web novel, but the first Ryuzu experiment was a complete failure and the clone actually went insane and became extremely dangerous. After further testing though, the witch experimented with methods of reducing the size of a soul to allow her to fit her own soul into one of the clone's bodies. However, before she could finish the experiment, she was interrupted by Satella. Anyway, Ryuzu calls Subaru the Apostle of Greed, which is a title that refers to someone with full control of all of the Ryuzu clones. The purpose of the witch's body fluids were to stabilize the sloth factor inside of Subaru's body, but in addition, it secretly made him the Apostle of Greed. So now Subaru can order the clones around and make them do whatever he wants. It's basically every lolicon's dream come true. We get a nice heartwarming moment with Emilia, who's really sad that Puck isn't here to support her, but luckily Subaru intervenes and gives her the courage she needs to continue. It's then revealed that Otto and Subaru sleep together side by side.
We want the numbers, Mason. That's all we've ever wanted.
And yes, this confirms that Otto does want Subaru to call him daddy. On his way to the mansion, Subaru's interrupted by Garfiel, but this time Subaru's a lot more prepared and, dare I say, badass. Garfiel accuses him of having no idea what pain and suffering are, and Subaru obviously corrects him, saying, This dialogue gave me chills, and it looks like Garfield had the same reaction. I think being able to speak openly about Return by Death changed Subaru a lot and made him more comfortable with using his ability. Finally, Subaru is ready to take on the challenges this arc has presented him, and he's determined to endure all the suffering required to protect those he cares about.
Subaru, more than a car company.
So it looks like in the anime, Garfield is just kind of shook by Subaru's words and decides to back off, but in the web novel, this scene was a little different. Garfield actually tries to attack him, but Subaru just snaps his fingers, and then all the Ryuzu clones emerge from the forest and restrain Garfield while Subaru escapes. After learning that Subaru took control of the clones, Garfield felt betrayed and let out an agonized cry that echoed throughout the forest. It was a really intense moment, but I understand why they cut it. This episode was already extended by a couple minutes, and they really wanted to end with that Beatrice cliffhanger, so they had to cut a lot of things. Yep, Subaru arrives at the mansion, and we get another weekly dose of those sweet, sweet cliffhangers. At last, Subaru approaches Beatrice, but this time with a different attitude than normal. She starts saying a bunch of crazy dialogue that seems to imply that something big's about to happen. I think what triggered this reaction from Beatrice was the nature of Subaru's demeanor. Normally he's all goofy and annoying, but this time he's dead serious, and I think Beatrice understood what that meant. Now, we'll obviously get some more information next episode, but for now, feel free to leave your theories in the comment section below, and novel readers, please try not to spoil it for the anime onlys. It looks like Subaru finally has the resolve needed to overcome all these obstacles, and I guess defending the mansion is his first objective. If Subaru can convince Beatrice to help him, then that would give him a tremendous advantage, but the problem is, we still aren't even sure if Beatrice is a villain or not. Roswell said she isn't a witch cultist, but can we really trust him? Let me know what you guys think. I know some novel readers are gonna feel like this episode was a bit rushed, but after looking at it with an open mind from the perspective of an anime only, I think the pacing was pretty good, especially when considering they had to adapt a lot more material than usual for this episode. I thought Subaru really shined in this episode, and it's been an astounding experience watching him grow. His lowest points existed to allow episodes like this to defy them. This episode showed us not only how badass Subaru can be, but also how far he's come to get to this point. Oh, I almost forgot. This is another 10 out of 10 episode. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're all enjoying ReZero Season 2. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you want to support me. Keep talking about ReZero, guys. I'm out for now. Peace.